The Elephant and the Tailor.
Once upon a time, there was an elephant huge in size and fat. The elephant has a long trunk and legs like pillars. He has ears like big fans and a little tail. There was a tailor named Mastaram who had a shop in the market. Mastaram was a good tailor and people came to him near and far to get their clothes stitched. Mastaram and the elephant were good friends. The elephant visited the market every day, and the children would always cry out with excitement whenever they saw the elephant going by. Whenever the elephant visited the market, he was sure to visit Mastaram, who would feed him bananas and sugar canes, things that all elephants love. One day, the elephant stopped by Mastaram's shop when his son Susram happened to be there, and Mastaram was out on some work. Susram knew of the friendship between his father and the elephant and knew that his father had bought bananas and kept them in the shop for his friend. Susram thought to himself, what is the point in giving these bananas to the elephant? I will eat them instead. He tried to shoo away the animal, but Mr. Elephant did not budge. Instead, he put his trunk inside the shop, trying to search for the bananas. Angry Susram picked up the needle and poked it in the elephant's trunk. The elephant cried in pain and went away. The angry elephant went to a pond with a lot of muddy water and went in it. The elephant filled with trunk with as much dirty water as he could hold and returned to Mastaram's shop. On his way back, the angry elephant did not stop anywhere to play with the children. On reaching Mastaram's shop, the elephant put his trunk inside the shop and sprayed the dirty water all over. In a second, the shop was full of mud and water, and all the new clothes were spoiled. Susram started crying. When Mastaram returned, he was shocked to see the condition of his shop. He scolded Susram and asked him what had happened. Susram told Mastaram the full story. Mastaram understood that this was the elephant's revenge. He went and patted his friend and gave him a bunch of ripe bananas. He explained to Susram that animals should not be ill-treated. From that day, Susram started loving animals too.
Our language speaks.
A king went to a jungle to hunt. He took a servant along with him. He spent most of the morning chasing after animals. By afternoon, he was tired and he stopped to rest under a tree. Alighting from his horse, he sat under a tree and sent his servant to fetch some water for him. His servant could not find any well or spring nearby, and after walking a mile, he came to a cottage where a blind old hermit was sitting outside. The servant said to the hermit, "Hey, you blind old man, give me some water for my king." The hermit said, "Oh, you lowly servant, go tell your king that the blind hermit will not give water." The servant returned empty-handed to the king and told him that he had managed to find a cottage belonging to an old blind hermit who refused to give water. The king immediately understood that his servant must have said something nasty to upset the hermit. The king, along with the servant, went to the hermit. "Greetings," said the king. "Oh, welcome, king, welcome. Please come and sit down. What can I do for you?" replied the old blind hermit. The king said, "Gentlemen, we are thirsty after a long hunt. Can we get a little water?" The blind old hermit said, "By all means, your highness, have as much as you want. I regret I cannot offer you anything more than water. If I had milk or buttermilk, I would have certainly offered that to you." After drinking his full, he said, "Gentlemen, may I ask why you did not give water to my servant?" The old hermit said, "Your Highness, his language was so bad that anyone would have refused him water." Then the king asked the hermit, "Kindly tell me, how did you recognize me, even though I did not introduce myself?" The old hermit replied, "The biggest introduction is given by the language we use. Your language was so sweet that I immediately understood that you were someone great." The king looked at his servant, who lowered his eyes with shame. Using a good language does not require any special effort and makes the other person happy as well.